Hi and welcome to Hurry to Fitness. In this episode, we are going to see how to unlock your low back. See, the stiff back is a constant nagging problem for most of the people. Maybe whenever you wake up from the bed, you find the stiffness. When you sit for a quite long time, you find the stiffness. If you drive a four-wheeler or two-wheeler, whatever it is, you constantly feel the stiffness. So, what's the primary reason for that? Most of the people try to relieve the stiffness by simple loosening techniques or stretching or sometimes some kind of activation exercise to strengthen the back. But that is not a right approach to solve this problem. It's first thing you need to understand why your muscles are getting stiff. That's nothing but the space in between two spines has been reduced. That is called compression. Because of this compression, your disc will move out of its space and it starts impinging the nerve. If it starts impinging the nerve of your lower extremity, all your lower extremity muscles get tight. So, the very simple technique to get relief from this tightness is to decompress your spine. So, how you are going to do that? So, today I am going to teach you 3 decompression exercise followed by with one overall strengthening exercise. So, first exercise is to decompress your lower extremity, that is your LPHC, that is lumbar pelvic hip complex, and the second exercise is to decompress your thoracic spine, that is your mid spine and your upper part of your spine. Finally, we are integrating it on one single exercise to decompress both upper and lower extremity, followed by a corrective exercise. Let's move to the first decompression exercise. It's a pretty simple exercise. I'm just going to raise my lower body against this wall. See, some people doesn't have the flexibility to do that. So, I'm going to teach you a simple technique how to place your body in that particular position. Don't try to place your leg in front of the wall directly. Just move your body sides of the wall, lie on your back, then raise one leg, then you will get the position followed by a other leg. So, some people find don't have this much flexibility also, they want to lie little bit backward against the wall, but if you have a flexibility, go as closer to the wall. So, when you go to this position, you are going to stay in this position for 2 to 5 minutes based on the relaxation part. Maybe if you have a severe low back pain, you can extend that to 5 minutes. If you just want to decompress, 2 minutes is good enough. So, lie on this position, try to place your knee as closest to the wall. Next thing is, don't allow your low back to get arched. If you are able to see, there is no gap in between my low back and it is perfectly flat. Try to place your rib as much as down on the floor. Get into this position, stay there. If required, if you are still flexible, you can push your toe towards you. So, always keep your knees together. If you find it too straining, you can place it this way. Otherwise, you can gently bend this, push the toe and start breathing slowly. It's like when you breathe in, your abdomen need to raise up. When you exhale, your abdomen need to go down. So, stay in this position for 2 to 5 minutes based on your individual requirement. If you are comfortable, if you want to feel furthermore stretch on that, clap your arms together, stretch it this way. In the entire position, try to keep your back as firm as possible closer to the floor. Hold it in the position for 2 to 3 minutes. This will completely stretch your lower extremity of the spine. Then we move to the next exercise. The second decompression exercise is your upper extremity decompression. For that, we are going to do a dead hang. You normally require a pull-up bar. If there is no availability of your pull-up bar in your home, you can use your sunshade or loft for this exercise. Normally, I will recommend to use a towel or some soft material when you hold it for gripping. Hold it, See, if you are able to have a hanging strength, you can hang, but if most of the people doesn't have that kind of a strength, so you place your foot on some firm surface, hang in this position, never keep your neck forward, try to keep your neck as straight as possible, back as possible. Hold it in the position for 30 to 60 seconds based on your grip strength. When you are holding it, try to get the maximum load on your hip and keep breathing. When you are exhaling, allow your hip to go down. Inhale, hip up. This gives you some kind of a traction effect to decompress your thoracic spine, at the same time your low back also. We had finished upper extremity decompression and lower extremity decompression. Now this is an integration technique that can helps you to decompress your spine, at the same time activate your core muscles together. For that, what you need is just a foam roller. So what you are going to do is, you are going to place your foam roller. It's little bit tough, maybe if something is heavier also fine. The foam roller is just a cueing element that helps you to maintain your spine flat and straight. So it's sometimes you find it's pretty tough to place the foam roller in this position. Maybe you take somebody's assistance to place the foam roller in the exactly middle of your back. Once it is done, see, this is called a tabletop position. You are able to see that my palms were straight to my shoulder and my knees were straight to my hip, and there is no arch in the low back. I am just fixing the low back as closest to the foam roller. In this position, I would slowly and gradually drag myself, try to come as close as possible. At the same time, I am trying to maintain my spine as straight as possible. Come to neutral. From neutral, now from here you need to start recruiting your abdomen muscles. Just slightly pull your navel in, go forward as possible. Some people it's not possible to go this much forward. So once you are used to that, you are able to go to that much forward. Maintain the balance. Come back again. So do this exercise as slow as possible. Maybe if it takes 1 or 2 minutes to finish 5 repetitions, that is good enough. If you are able to do a 5 to 6 repetition, this is just an activation integrated with a spine decompression technique. We had finished 3 decompression exercise for your spine. Now it is to integrate your core and low back muscles together in the movements. The first action of your hip that is going to support your low back is hinging. So most of the people doesn't know how to bend forward. It's like when you ask somebody to do bending, they normally pretend to bend with the spine. That's not a right action. So hip hinging is a right initiation bending action. How to perform it? So this is a very simple exercise. This helps to create an integrated process on your bending movements. So you always stand somewhere closer to your wall, because this will give you a cueing. So what you need to do is, when you are bending, you need to go closer. Your butt need to touch the wall, and when you are coming up, when you are raising your body back to the original position, don't use your upper back. Use the same muscles that has been stretched and assisted you for bending. For example, from your core, again your hamstring and your butt. Stand erect. Do it as slow as possible, then only you are able to connect your muscles and integrate the movement. So now I am stretching my glute, hamstring, and all the way when I am bending down, I am able to feel it on my calf also. If you don't have a flexibility to go all the way down, if you are restricted here, this is also fine. But try to keep your back as flat as possible and make sure your glute is touching the wall. And once again, initiate from the same muscle group. Come back. At the end of the movement, feel the tightness in your glute. Do this for 10 to 12 repetition as slow as possible. So this helps you in a complete integration on all your bending movements, maybe something like a good mornings, or you want to do a deadlifts. This is a greater exercise. The final core integrated exercise is wall squats. For that, we are going to use a Pilates ball. This is not a conventional ball, this is a Pilates ball, because it gives you a perfect resilience compared to the conventional ball. This is specifically designed for strengthening exercise. So what you are going to do is place your foot, place your hip as close as possible, foot maybe 1 to 1.5 foot away from the wall. Maybe when you go down, your knees should not cross your toe. Make sure place your foot placement should not allow your knees to cross your toe. Adduct the ball. This is called adduction. It's like you are integrating your adductor muscles, that is your inner thigh muscles. Tilt your pelvic. Try to fix your back as straight as possible. In this position, up and down. It's a partial range of motion, it's not a full range of motion. For 7 repetition in this range, don't lock your knee, never lock your knee. It's like it should be in a semi bend position. First half, finish of 7 repetition. Once you are done, go furthermore down. The second half, 7 repetition. Make sure you are integrating your inner thigh muscles, because this is being connected to your global core that has been supporting your low back like anything. Do another 7 repetition and finish it off with complete 7 repetition. Sometimes you start feeling burning sensation in your inner thigh. That's a good sign. But if you are not able to bear it, if you don't want to do it for 7 repetition, you can start with 4, 4, 4, then gradually progress to 7. This is the full range of motion. Thighs parallel to the floor, all the way up. Make sure your pelvic is perfectly placed against the wall. Don't allow your body to come lean forward. There should not be any arch in your low back. This is the final exercise. Okay, these 5 exercises looks pretty simple. But when you do it, then only you are able to find the toughness of this exercise. If you want to take the maximum benefit of this exercise, you need to perform all this exercise slow and deliberately. The second thing is, it's like how many sets, how many reps. Basically, it's like these are a corrective exercise. You don't want to be specific on set and rep. Maybe for the decompression exercise, whatever I taught you, raising your leg against the wall, you can do it for 2 to 3 minutes. Sometimes if you need it a little bit more, you can extend up to 5 to 6 minutes. And your vertical hanging, it's like dead hang based on your grip strength. If you are able to hold it for 30 seconds, you can hold it for 30 seconds. Slowly your grip strength increases. You can perform up to 60 seconds. Then final thing is, it's your both upper and lower back decompression techniques. You can do it for 5 repetition very slowly for 1 to 1.5 minutes. The last 2 exercise, you can do 1 or 2 sets for 12 to 15 repetition based on your comfort. Final one thing is, it's like if you have any kind of knee or back issues, please consult your medical practitioner before getting into any type of corrective exercise. For more interesting home-based fitness videos, please subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.